All right, my goodness. I've had some issues pop up this morning, but we're making efforts now. Hopefully everything's good. You guys can let me know if we're having any issues. Can you guys hear me all right? Richard, Hale, Sarah, Melanie, Siobhan, Kim W., thank you again for that super chat. You're the best. Woohoo! I mean, yeah, well. Desert Rose, nice to see you. Autumn Beauty, of course. Love to have you here. All right. Wonderful moderators. Jesse Swanson, thank you. Got a good group of people here already. I love it. Pretty girl, love it. Paula Branch, hello. Letitia, welcome. So we got a good one here, I think. I don't know, it's one I think. It's a good one. Good morning as well. And Arlene, I think, yes. Boom, boom. All right, good stuff on that. So we got a good one. Everyone, we've talked a lot about, feelings, feeling natural about our whole manifestation process. I don't think a lot of us really understand how critical that is and how really helpful and insightful it is into why we're having the experiences we're having with our law of attraction. So from the, step back a second, a lot of people talk about having more faith in the process. So certainly you've probably practiced, or if not, you should hopefully practice on some of the smaller things. I had someone recently text me a question. Actually, they donated money, and thank you, by the way, but they donated money and asked a question. But it's basically, why is it like, parking places, manifesting of finding money and, some of these, what we call simpler things, beach ball, why do we find these things so much easier to manifest than when it comes to trying to manifest a job, trying to manifest money, trying to manifest a person? And really one of the key things is we see it as different. So that right off the bat, we talk about how you feel about things, how it's a belief or not a belief, right? Like right off the bat, the fact that we say, yeah, but why is it different when? Okay, well, right already, the fact that you're asking the question means that you see it as different. So that whole self-assessment really has to start from where am I in this whole manifestation process? What am I believing? What am I not believing? Am I able to kind of wrap my head around just the sheer fact that what I focus on creates more of that? And then generally just kind of how I feel in life seems to kind of play out as well. Well, Goddard gets into feelings and talks about how essentially we imagine, so we get the conscious mind, right? The conscious mind imagines what we want to manifest. So we imagine it with detail. We put ourselves in it in a 3D perspective. We dance around it. We smell it, taste it, touch it, love it, right? We feel it. And that's the important part, is it's when we wrap ourselves around the moment, when we're imagining it and living as if it is happened. And then we feel what it's like to have that experience. And it's that feeling, that's the fact that we're consciously becoming the thing that we desire to be. It's not that, it's not so much I'm imagining like what it's like to have a new lawnmower. It's the feeling of what it's like to easily mow the lawn when you used to have to push so hard. And now you just kind of find yourself walking. Like it's that difference in imagination. That's sort of a silly example, but hopefully kind of works for anyone that's ever had to mow a lawn. So how do we figure out where we're at in this whole process? One of the key things is to look at how you feel about your manifestation. So I want all you guys right now to kind of think about your manifestation. It's love. A lot of us, it's income, wealth, money, jobs, kind of the common ones. So when we think about it, when we think about this position, we've imagined it, obviously, we've done all the techniques. When we think about it, how do we feel about it? How do we feel? Are we nervous? Are we scared? Are we anxious? Are we exhausted? Right? It's been taken forever, right? Are we impatient? Maybe it's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. Or are we kind of maybe sort of happy about it, joyful, eager, looking forward to it, excited? It's going to be so freaking awesome when I go to Disneyland next Friday or whatever my manifestation is. Do I feel energized? Am I excited because I know this thing's happening and it's coming? And I'm like, man, I wake up every day looking forward to what it is that I'm about to experience. Do I feel calm? Yeah, I know this thing's coming. I'm not worried about it. No big deal. Or nervous, scared, anxious. Is this going to happen? Exhausted. How do I feel? And think of the differences between these two avenues. One of them's tired. One of them sucks. One of them's down. Body language blows. Shoulders down. And the other one's like, no, this is good. Like, I know life's good. I'm excited. I know things are changing. I know things are happening. I know I'm on the way to the place that I want to be. And so I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what I'm going to see. But for a lot of us, and first off, if you're on that joyful side, dude, keep doing what you're doing. Do that. Keep doing what you're doing. Because that's exactly what you want to keep doing. You want to be feeling that way about this. You want to be confident and calm and great. And the fact isn't working. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I get a little scared because, I don't know, I put a lot of energy on this. It's really important to me. Maybe I'm a little anxious because, I don't know, is it going to happen eventually? Like, right? Now, a lot of things can come into play, I think, when we're getting into these sides of the feelings. A few things at work. I'm going to try to come up with a few of them, right? Obviously, some of them are just not believing in this whole law of attraction mumbo jumbo. Just a bunch of crap, right? I don't know. Everybody tells me it's a bunch of crap. I don't believe it. Okay, well, yeah, that makes it very challenging, so of course you're going to doubt it. So again, I go back to the basics. Do some beginner stuff. Try to find some money. Try to manifest green lights. Try to manifest parking places. Do it a few times. Do it until you're like, huh, that's really weird. And then try to branch off into some other categories. Then watch what happens. Try to get a friend that you haven't heard from in a long time to text you. Try to get somebody to buy something from you that probably wouldn't. Just screw with it. You're a salesperson. This guy would never buy that from me. Imagine he does, and watch what happens. Trip yourself out. So that's one side of it. There's a belief side. No big deal. Got that. There's also a side I know with specific people. I've certainly talked a lot about this. I think I've done my fair share to confuse people. But when it comes to other people, I do believe people have free will. And I think there are people that have done harm to others or have anger towards others or have hurt and distrust and feelings that are negative towards others. And they wonder why they have a hard time believing their manifestation can happen, or they're very anxious about it happening, or they don't, right? And so a lot of these times there's some bad mojo between you and another. We've talked about Ho'oponopono. We've talked about astral letters. We've talked about just, I don't know, forgiveness. Write a letter and forgive them. Just forgiveness in general, the concept. When we're coming at it from that angle, we really, when we've got bad blood, it's going to create these negative emotions. And again, Goddard talks about feelings, but we're gonna wrap this in a second. We can also doubt that we can have what we want. We can doubt that we're good enough. We can doubt that we're pretty enough. We can doubt that we're smart enough. We can doubt that we're capable. Self-worth. I like self-worth more than self-love. One, because my buddy Robert Christensen, he's got a book. He's a good friend of mine. It's linked below. But it's just self-worth, I think, is a better way of looking at it. Because self-love is sort of confusing even to me. Like, all right, I love myself. Do you? I mean, but self-worth is, am I worthy? And in a lot of cases, when we think about, right, we put these things outside of ourselves that are greater than ourselves. And so because of that, it scares us. Now, anytime we have feelings that are in the negative direction, anytime we have feelings that are sort of contrary, anytime we have feelings that are unnatural with what it is that we desire to be with, like we do the exercises, we spend the time with it, I love it, I'm with them right now, I'm imagining, I'm in the feeling of the wish fulfilled or feeling in the end or whatever the hell, right? And I feel it, it feels great. And then I open my eyes, and then like seriously, 5 minutes later, I start realizing reality, paying attention to what's going on around me, the fact that they're not here right now, the fact that they're not in the bed right now, the fact that their clothes are not in my closet right now. Start noticing all the things that disprove. Then we start to go, well, he's probably not going to, right? We start to just go down this dark hole. You're never going to manifest. I don't care how awesome you do your techniques when you spend the rest of the time in this whole other place of feeling negative, feeling scared, feeling afraid, feeling anything that's not Yay, eager, woo, I'm excited about my day. If not anything, I don't care, I don't think about it. But I'm not nervous about it. I'm not worried about it. There's none of those negative-y kind of feelings associated with what I'm trying to manifest. But when there is, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. You're not natural with it. So when it comes to the worthiness, I've talked about the mirror technique. I think it's an amazing technique. For those of you that haven't heard, it's looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you are the things that you think you're not good enough. Right? I'm not pretty enough. Is that what you believe? All right, then you say in the mirror, I am pretty enough. I'm beautiful. I'm a beautiful soul. I'm a beautiful person on the inside and the outside. God loves me. I love everybody, right? Like you just start talking to yourself in the mirror and saying a lot of really cool things about yourself, hopefully in the I am way. But whatever it is that you feel you're lacking, whatever it is that other people have better than you, whatever it is that you see outside of yourself. There's something you see that you look up to other people. It's so awesome how they can just talk in front of people. It's so awesome how smart they are. It's so awesome how wealthy they are. It's so awesome the car they drive. It's so awesome the neighborhood they live in. Then that is what you are. Look in the mirror. Say it to yourself. I kid you not, after saying it like 5, 6, 7, 10 times, you will feel goosebumps. You will feel it. It's not me trying to sell you a book saying, hey, buy this book, read this stuff, and it'll change your life. Right now, do it. Try it. Prove me wrong. I dare you. I double dog dare you. It is amazing when we learn to love ourselves, how it changes everything. Why? Because feelings are what matter. Our consciousness is our feelings, our general feel about what it is that we're doing, what it is that we're creating and changing in our lives. Our general vibe and feeling about that is the reality we will experience. Period. End of story. No ifs, ands, or buts. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That is just how it works. Again, Goddard wrote it beautifully. And even then he was analogizing a very famous reference source and creating some outstanding correlations. And he's right. He's hit the nail on the head. The things that the masters have come and taught us, bummer. The things that the masters have come and taught us are making all the difference in the world. And these people are coming forward. There's all sorts of great YouTube creators that are out there. I see you guys constantly talking about them. We've got all these wonderful authors, Murphy and, there's so many of them, right? Like he's just the one that just popped in my head, right? Obviously Goddard, obviously Hicks is here for the newer nowadays. I like to throw myself into the mix. I like to try to say we're all a part of this. But again, a lot of us are talking about the same thing. The feeling. Hicks is talking about the vortex. Feeling is you're in the vortex all the time. Like you're just walking around with this giant tornado just floating around above you. It's awesome. Goddard's talking about how feeling natural about what it is that you're trying to create. How you feel as though you're already having the thing that you desire. How you elevate your feelings like you're wealthy already, which is a great way to easily get jobs or more sales, is to enhance how you feel about money. You don't even have to focus on literally the how. I've talked about this a lot. If you want more income, it doesn't have to be through your current job. It doesn't have to be through only YouTube. It doesn't have to be through, like, who knows? Maybe you get a little Scentsy thing or something, right? And then you do YouTube, and then you do, like, whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever other Amway. I don't even know what other stuff there is, pyramid things, whatever. But you could find all sorts of different ways to enhance income. It doesn't have to come through the one channel. It can, and you can focus on it coming from that. And sometimes that's the easiest avenue. But again, it's the feeling of wealth. It's the feeling of a bigger house, more money, more stuff, bigger car, nicer car, one that doesn't smell like my dog. Maybe my dog's not going to get in my new one. I don't have a dog, and I love dogs, and it would totally get in the car. That's just making an example. Wet dog, not a good smell. We've got to figure out a way to get ourselves to the feeling. I've talked about meditation. Great way. I think if we're going to do meditation, let's just do a quick cover on that. I prefer, I think, as far as a good daily practice, meditate clear. Like just focus on your breathing. Don't meditate for a purpose yet. Just meditate. Clear your mind, clear your vibes, clear all your stuff. Do the best you can. You will find that when you start the day from that place and then build on top of, it's like dusting off your foundation. It's maybe even getting your foundation a little more true. And then you can even, while you want to experience that manifestation, you want to experience that visualization, you want to experience, it's kind of the second thing, really try to experience it. Feel it. One, you're experiencing it right now. It's real right now. When you experience and imagine as though it's happening at that moment, that right now, that moment of right now, you are truly there. It's truly real. So to say it's not real, I don't have it right now, no, you do. You just did. You do. You can go there anytime you want. If you miss it, go back there. Spend some time there. I miss seeing them. All right. Spend some time with them in your mind. Keep doing that until your reality matches. Do not look at your reality as any gauge. Let that kind of go. Just sort of do your best to feel better more of the time. If your reality tends to suck, usually you feel sucky, and that's a big relation. When you can turn your feelings around, when you can try to figure out a way to start the day on a better foot, I dare you to come back and say, yeah, no, I was happy all the time, and my life still sucked 24/7. BS. No. I was happy all the time, and it was weird as I noticed that stuff just seemed to start happening better, different, I don't know, but certainly not the same. So-and-so didn't say mean things to me anymore. I didn't actually see that one person that I don't like, right? Like, you notice some things start to change. And then during the day, pay attention to how you're feeling. Are you frustrated? Are you catching yourself being frustrated? Pay attention. Are you generally just pretty good? Meeting people, life's good, generally happy? Just pay attention to how you feel. When you get outside of that kind of joyful, eager, happy, calm, not necessarily good or bad, right in the middle, right? Just sort of indifferent, right? When you're in that level of thinking, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good. Keep doing it. You're on your way. Your manifestation will come, I promise. It will. It will. If not, a path to what it should be. Like, no matter what, you're heading in the right direction, guarantee. If you find you're frustrated, if you find you keep stubbing your toe, if you find people keep cutting you off, if you find that you're not getting text messages back, if you find that you're getting grumpy, if you find that you're nervous and you're anxious and you need this to happen sooner, you're not on that right side of it. You're on the side that's pushing it away. You were on that frustration side. And from there, that's where you kind of got to go back to the beginning of the video, really spend some time trying to figure out, how can I feel better? How can I relax about this? If I am in a hurry about it, by the way, that just creates an unnatural feeling. How do I not feel like I'm in a hurry? I don't know. Whatever the reason is that you feel like it has to happen by a certain time, stop thinking that. Let go of that. That's demanding when it happens and not demanding how it happens. If we take away the need to control, a lot of the time, some of this anxiety kind of drops away as well. Because a lot of the anxiety is because it's not happening how we want it to. Let things happen and pay attention to how you're feeling. Again, when you're feeling good and groovy, I'm telling you, good and groovy is what you're going to experience. When you're feeling differently than that, that's what you're going to experience. Whatever works to get you in a better mood. Taking a long walk, going out and spending time with the grandkids or the kids or whatever. Spend time with your dogs or cats. But get a dog walking service because it brings you joy to walk animals. Raccoon walking service maybe, if that's popular in your neck of the woods. Whatever works for you. But something to make it different for you so you feel better just in general, no matter what. Not necessarily in relation to your manifestation, but in general. And I promise you will see differences in your life. I promise. I dare each and every one of you to prove me wrong. Walk around feeling generally better. Not fake, but legit. And you will actually find that your life starts to change instantly, especially when you're going from someone who's not been too cheerful to someone who's like, yeah, no, life's actually good. I see some cool stuff happen, but whatever, life's pretty good. It's good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. Right? When you start to talk yourself into that direction, you'll find more of what helps support those feelings happens. And it's not the other way around. It's coming because you're already excited, and then you're seeing exciting things happen. Don't look at the exciting things and one day if they stop, go, oh no, everything's not working. No, Stop it. The outer thing does not matter. It happens from inside. Maybe you had an off day. Look at how you feel. Go back to how you feel. Stop looking at the world as anything. Look at how you feel. That is what the world will paint itself with. How do you feel? It's the best part if you want to make a change. Awesome. All right, we're done with all the school. Hopefully I've still got people here. Oh my God, there's 96 people still chilling. Thank you guys. So quick say hello. Jacqueline's here. Justin Wright has said hi to a lot of people. Purple Lava. Shivam, I've said you. Justin. Martine? Probably. Khalud. Anywho, yes, time to start asking questions, guys. Probably going to try to keep this not horribly long. Maybe another 30 minutes or so. Kind of a time of year, a lot of people getting a little something. So that's why there hasn't been too many videos this week. Feeling better for sure, but yeah, I just don't want to push it too terribly hard. I think that's how I ended up in the position I was. But anywho, yes, hello, but I'm patient and feeling good. Whatever. Awesome. Jennifer Peters, manifestation of, yeah, as long as you're staying in a generally good place, everything's groovy. Are even bothered. I don't know about the bothered parts. Bothered bothers me. If there's a bothered sense to it, I think that's starting to fall off into the negative category. I'd really try to dig into why is it bothering you? And my guess is it's impatience because it's not happening quick enough. But, you know, it is what it is. But certainly it's happening. Things in the oven. Keep staying on the excited. Life's changed. Everything's happening in a better way. Your whole life is going to transition. It's not just going to be this itty bitty little thing that you're manifesting, but I promise there's going to be other cool stuff that happens around it, like new relationship, new social circle, new social events. That you go to their work parties, they go to yours. A lot of cool things can happen. Makes life very groovy. Can you explain more in depth on letting go and or detaching? So letting go is a lot of things. One, we'll spend a couple minutes on this here. Letting go is huge, right? It's very, very important. Everyone talks about it. And really, for me, the concept of letting go is letting go the detached, letting go the attention on it, letting go the need, letting go of the attention to where it's not at, right? Like a lot of the times the letting go is that. And it's very powerful when you do it. When you do the manifestation techniques, when you feel as though you have it, and then if you truly just go, okay, I'm done. And a lot of you guys that are going for the relationship thing are like, yeah, but what about a relationship? No, even for relationships. If you get it to the place where you feel it's happened, it's real. I saw it, we're together, I met her, and I'm going to talk to her when it happens, and then I'm going to go, hey, I think we should get together and have coffee. And she's going to be like, oh my God, that's totally what we should do. And I've already imagined this conversation. I've imagined it to the point where it's real, and I'm excited. I'm like, oh, cool, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I feel it. And then I let it go, and don't ever think about it again, ever, ever, ever. Not in good, not in bad, not at all. Maybe every once in a while I think of them like, I'm looking forward to seeing them. End of story. That's it. Took about 5 seconds of thought. I didn't think about them anymore the rest of the day. That's letting go, and you will manifest that probably very quickly. Most of us spend a lot of time playing tug of war in our minds. Yes, I want them. No, I don't. Yes, I want them. Or no, I'm afraid. Yes, I want them. I'm afraid it's not going to happen. Right? Like we do this tug of war. And it's so we do all these efforts to get ourselves back in the right direction. And then during the day, we doubt ourselves and pull back on the reins, slow ourselves down, tug on the rope. And so we screw ourselves up. So a lot of the times what happens is through a number of cycles, people start to feel exhausted. People start to feel like, this is hard. I hate doing this. And well, yeah, from your standpoint, it is. You're constantly in the morning starting off right, and then you spend the rest of the day undoing everything you did, and then you get pissed. Yeah, I get it. You're doing more damage by trying than you will by stopping. And what happens when we stop, when we let go, when we just think of something else, when we even entertain the idea this will never happen for 5 days, whatever, let go of it. Give up. Throw your hands up and freaking give up. Because you're so into it and you're so emotionally jacked and it's so important that there's no way it'll ever happen when you come at something from such an unnatural feeling. You've gotten yourself all tied up in knots and that's why you're exhausted. Let go. Give up. 7 days. That's usually what I say. 7 days. Don't think about it. I don't care. Because all the work you've done is, and what you'll find is after a day or two even usually, things start to happen, popping up. They'll text you out of the blue. Something weird will happen. Why? Because you got the F out of your own way. So letting go is kind of a getting out of our own way in a lot of cases. It's not necessary to keep doing the asking/imagining. It's not necessary. Is it okay? If it makes you feel better and it gets you through the day, then keep doing it. If you're doing it because you keep jacking yourself, pay attention to why you're jacking yourself. Fix that. Stop trying to undo the negative by doing more positive. Affirmations are wonderful if every once in a while you say something you shouldn't. Affirmations are not helpful if you constantly say things that are wrong. Why are you constantly saying things that are wrong? That's the issue. Look at that. Fix that, and the whole thing goes away. You don't need techniques to undo something that doesn't exist. Make the problem go away. So letting go is a lot of things, and I hope I didn't lose everybody, but I think it's powerful. I think it depends on where you're at with your process and what kind of letting go is appropriate for you. I've done a lot of videos. If you want to go into my channels of videos I've done, just type letting go. I've done a bunch. Letting go is something I love talking about, and I think it's super powerful, and I've had it fix my path many times because I'm a mental person. I'm inside my head a lot. And if I allow myself to churn things, I can push myself off into all sorts of crazy beliefs, and sometimes you need to back off and let it happen. Hopefully that makes a difference. Let's see. Yeah, I know the buffering's bad. I don't know. I even bounced my modem. I don't know what's going on with my trying to do lives. Maybe the quality's too high or something. I'll try to see.